Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you had a great day so far. I'm warming up with some coffee and the sun just came out. It's been raining all day and I'm still sitting inside with a warm drink and a cozy cardigan, but I'm really looking forward to spend some time outside after this. But first I want to talk to you about a topic that I think is really important, and it's pretty much the core in everything I do. I've been sitting down with myself many times trying to figure out what is it that I want to talk about on my channels, and what is it that I want to create content around. And what I've realized, and what you've probably seen if you follow me on Instagram, is that I've added good enough sustainable living, because that's basically what I want to do. That's basically what I want to talk about and what I want it to inspire people to do. So I wanted to make this video to talk to all of you about the importance of getting started. Good enough is good enough, and you don't have to be perfect to start. I think this is so important because I think the worst thing we can do is not getting started with a sustainable life because we don't know enough, because we need more inspiration or more knowledge, or because we need our lives to be different in some kind of way. You don't have to live on a farm and be able to grow everything yourself to be able to grow something. You don't have to go vegan to eat some vegan foods. You don't have to buy everything organic to start buying something organic, and so on and so on. And I think it's the same with zero waste that I'm making a lot of videos about. I think a lot of people get stuck on this perfect image of zero waste with beautiful articles, and you don't have to do that. Sometimes using what you already have is good enough. Of course, there are some plastics that can be harmful, but maybe sometimes it's just not to heat in it or something else. And I think it's really important to do the most of what you have. So if you live in the city, you can probably bike to work. If you live in the countryside, maybe you can't, and that's totally fine. The important thing is that you're getting started. And when we're talking about getting started, I also want to talk about the importance of having fun with it. Because sustainability is so much fun, but we usually get stuck on talking about why it's important. And as much as I want to address that, of course I want to talk about what's harmful with the fashion industry, and why we need to eat more plants, and why we need to throw out less food and less stuff in general. I really think it's important to talk more about the fun in it. And if you want to get started, start with something that you think is fun. Maybe it's food, maybe you like to experiment in the kitchen. Start there and try to find new dishes that are more plant-based, or where you can use seasonal foods. Do something that appeals to you. And if you're interested in fashion, try to take some time and really find the best stores to get some secondhand stuff. And when you're sitting down with yourself, asking yourself, what is fun? What can I do with that? Also ask yourself, what is sustainable to you? We all have different definitions of sustainability, and the important thing is that we're all doing something. But when you define what sustainability is to you, you also need to include yourself. Because if you're not feeling good, if you're not having fun with it, if you don't have any energy left, then you're not gonna have that much energy for the rest of the world. Because love is really all about self-love, love for the planet, love for the people around you. And if you don't take care of yourself, if you end up hitting a wall because you're trying so hard to be perfect, then you're not gonna have any energy to save the world. So take care of yourself, okay? And don't drink too much coffee. I've heard. And when we're talking about good enough, remember that it's better if 1,000 people are doing this imperfectly than having 5 people doing it perfectly. And when it comes down to it, actually, I don't believe that those 5 people are actually doing it perfectly, because if they would have, oh God, or maybe they'll end up not doing that in a year because it's so hard to maintain. So be kind to yourself. Try to add habits that will actually last in the long run, because everything you will do on an everyday basis and that you can continue doing for several years will have a huge impact. And when we're talking about 1,000 people doing it imperfectly, I also think it's important to talk about community. Find people who share your values, find people to do it with, find people to give you energy to keep you going, because everything is so much more fun when you have other people who do the same things as you, where you can feel like you're not alone. You can feel like those small actions that you're doing are multiplied in this community. And I think that's especially important if you don't have the support from your family and friends. Maybe you have a social context where people aren't on the same page as you when it comes to sustainability. And I think you can find that either in real life or online. Find Facebook communities, find Instagram communities or YouTube communities. Find people who share your values. And also allow yourself to learn. You don't have to be perfect to start, but learn from your mistakes. When you have new knowledge, do better, do the best with what you can. That's the only way to go forward, but you can't change the past. Don't be too hard on yourself with what you've done before when you didn't know. Most of us have had really important wake-up calls when it comes to both the consumption of animal products or the fashion industry, or how bad it really is to fly, for example. And I think it's really important to learn and to do better, but not to be too hard on yourself. So if you're looking at this and you feel like sustainability is way too hard and complicated, I hope these thoughts can help you get started. And if you have any thoughts and questions that you'd like to just get out of your own head, please leave it in a comment down below and let's discuss with each other and encourage each other, because you're not alone in this, and together we really can make a change. And remember, as you're getting started, the important thing is that you're taking steps in the right direction, not how big or small they are. I hope you found this video inspiring. Please hit thumbs up if you like what I do, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to be a part of this sustainable movement, and let's make a change together. Bye!